Hey my people, it's been a while. I've taken long without dropping a challenge video on here. I think the last video I dropped that was a vlog style challenge kind of video was when I went looking for a washing bay in Mukono. Check it out. It was quite an interesting video. Now in today's Tech Select challenge, we have been challenged to travel 225 kilometers from Kampala to the eastern town of Mbale. And where it gets interesting is all we have for fuel is 70,000 Uganda shillings. So we're trying to travel all the way from Kampala, which is the capital city of Uganda, central part, and we're going all the way to the eastern side of the country to the city of Mbale, which is about, give or take, 250 kilometers from here. So the challenge is, all I have to top up in terms of fuel is 70,000 Uganda shilling. When we divide the amount of money we have, which is 70,000 Uganda shillings, by the total price of fuel right now per litre, which is 5,090, you get about 13 litres. Now 13 litres is all we have to burn to get to Mbale, which is about 250 kilometers. Now, the car I'm driving is a Toyota RAV4 model 1997-98. Not the most fuel efficient car out there. It is 2000cc, old school engine, like old school. There's no trickery going on. There's no VVTi. There's no, all that trickery is not there. It is plain old 2000cc. Burn the fuel when you have it. So roughly when this car is functioning very well without any issues, straight stock, according to the rating, it says it will do about 7 kilometers per liter. So 7 kilometers per liter, and all I can buy is 13 liters. So when you calculate that, it means I'm going to have a deficit. I will not, according to what the rating, the paperwork, the mathematics says, I'm going to have a deficit. I will not be able to make it to Mbale city. We are making it into Mukono. Time check, it is now, let's see, it is 4:32, is it? Let's see here. Yep, time check is 4:32, and that's our gauge situation, literally empty. Forgive me for the shaky video, I have no gimbal, I'm just holding my phone in the app. We're going to get some fuel from this shell over here. And we see. Hello, how are you? Give me petrol 70. Genzina. Unza kuba neyogeza. Waziri. Aha. How many liters do you think that's going to be? About 14? So that is the money. Do you think the 14 liters can reach me in Mbale? It's bad. Consumption is bad. It does about 7 kilometers per liter. I'm not reaching. Well, that's the reason for this video. I am going to make it. Get customers along the way. Wow, that is all I have. How many liters it is? Let's see. 14.02 liters. Well, challenge is on. Thank you. All right, so we have 14 liters, and the pump attendant just gave us a vote of no confidence. Let's just get off the pump area and try to see how far that gauge goes. Let me just move over here to the entrance of the station, and I do a little bit and see just how far the gauge will climb. Help us go. Keep going, keep going. 14 liters is so little. 14 liters. So okay, let's do the mathematics. So 14 liters. If we were averaging 10 kilometers per liter, that would be 140 kilometers. Our target is to move 250 Look, as of now, we've cut off about 25, so 225 or 222 kilometers on this very same 14 liters of fuel. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to make it, and the funny thing is, all I'm left in my pocket is 5,000 Uganda shillings. So in case I get stuck, yeah, it's going to be fun. Oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, so it has moved. I think that's as far as it's going to go. Let's just that it seems to be as far as it will go. Okay, so that seems to be the highest it will go, a quarter tank. So we have a quarter tank of fuel. How am I going to do this? Quarter tank of fuel, roughly 14 liters. Okay, maybe there was a liter or two in the tank to cover 225 kilometers. That means I have got to average almost 20 kilometers per liter, or roughly that's 17 kilometers per liter for a car that does 7. Oh, good. Well, let's see. So according to the route map, Google Maps tells me the main road is totally dead. Lots of jam traffic, people are taking kids back to school. So we're going to have to use the back route, which is slightly longer but faster. So now either I take the shorter route and sit in jam, or take the longer route and utilize the slopes by going neutral. Either way, let's get this show on the road. Let's go. Quarter tank of fuel. Let's go ahead and roll it. Right, so when Google said there's a lot of traffic on the main road, actually we're not joking, neither were they lying. I'm beginning to trust Google Maps. Ish. My goodness, the cars are not moving at all. Trying to exit Mukono, but the traffic is really crazy. So that means we're actually going to have to take the longer route, which goes through Katosi Road. I think that's going to be our next best option. What am I doing? Okay, I'm worried, to be honest. I am generally worried. I don't know if I'm going to make it to my destination without having fuel trouble, but I know I will actually get there. So I'm actually just going to get off the main road and use the other diversion, use Katosi Road, since there are fewer cars and less traffic means at least flow. When I'm in jam like this, I'm burning more fuel. 5 p.m. coming to 5. And now the advantage of this kyetume stretch is it's as clear as day, as you can see. Lots of valleys, so every valley I'm going to go neutral. So let's get to driving and I'll be back with an update. Making it to Mbale, to Mbale. We are moving very well. This kyetume route is actually peaceful, few cars. This problem is the humps are too many. Talking about humps, they are just humps. Again, damn. So that's the only problem. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure, since I'm driving a manual, I have to make sure I am gear 5 as much as I can, and yeah, keeping the high ratio gears. Avoid the low ratio gears, gear 1, gear 2, 3, keeping 4 and 5, and when going down every hill, going neutral. This road and the humps, my God, humps. What are you guys who put the humps? What are you trying to prove? Jesus. Anyways, so there's a nice Ford Ranger right in front of me. I'm just going to keep tailgating that one. Make sure that right on his bumper. Yep. Let's go. Enjoying so far because I know the gauge is a bit it's not at the E point, so I'm sure the panic is about will kick in later. For now, I need to catch up time. It's coming to 5 and I'm still literally within Mukono district. We need to put some miles on this clock and catch up. I don't want to be getting to our destination late in the night, especially when we are not very sure about our fuel situation. So time to pick up the pace a little bit. Oh my God. Damn. Okay, why did that guy hit the brakes? Why did he hit the brakes? So the guy in front of me just goes and slams on his brakes. I don't know what happened. We're driving at a good steady pace, and out of nowhere, boom, steps on the brakes hard. And man, that kind of, you know, shocked me. So lots of adrenaline pumping, and only problem is I'm here driving. I haven't eaten all day, so that's going to trigger some ulcers, that's for sure. So I need to find what to eat, and the problem is on this road there is nothing you can buy by the roadside, apart from lots of raw food. There are potatoes, pumpkins, yams, those are along the road, but it's like stuff that is roasted and stuff. Like on the main road there's a chicken point. On this side of the road there's nothing, just open road, lots of hills and valleys. Oh, my Ford Ranger guy just disappeared on me. I need to catch up with him because we need to put some take off some miles. Problem with this road is humps. Talk about humps, and they are there. Humps every like 100 meters there's a hump. My goodness, Jesus. What are the techniques I'm going to use to kind of save this fuel, because it's little and you have to have lots of ground to cover. So we're enjoying the Katusi road. Step one is pick a road without jam on it. So we're on this Katusi jinja. And then two, what I've done on top of that, picking a road where I know I'm going to stay in high gears, gear 4 and 5, avoiding gear 1 and 2, which are heavier gears, so we avoid those ones at all costs. That's going to save my fuel a bit. And then two, what I've done is I've pulled up the windows. They are all up. Now this car doesn't have AC, so it's not like I'm chilling in AC or what. What I've done is all cars have that mode that enables air from outside to get in. That mode over there, I'll be showing it to you. So that mode, I've switched to that mode to allow air to come in. And the advantage is, since I'm driving highway speeds, there's lots of air pressure fighting for where to pass, so it's being pushed in. And then I've turned on the fan to just suck it in a little bit more and circulate, so that I don't get too hot in here. So the windows are up to reduce on drag. See, when your windows are down, there's a lot of drag. That's why you have that wind noise, you know, that thundering sound of wind. There's a lot of drag happening, and yet you want the car to be as drag coefficient as possible, aerodynamic. You want it to, you know, cut through the air. So yeah, so what I've done, pulled up the windows, start to reduce on drag. And then number 3 is I'm keeping it below 80 kilometers per hour. So no matter what I do, I'm making sure I don't go beyond 80 kilometers per hour. And then to also make it much better, in my rev meter, I'm keeping a very close eye on my rev meter, which calculates the revolutions of the engine. I'm making sure I don't go beyond 2000 revolutions. So keeping it between 1000 and 2000, that point between 1 and 2, and then also keeping it 80 and below, so that will save on that fuel, while of course keeping the car as aerodynamic as possible. So hopefully all of this put together will get me to our destination with our little fuel that we actually have. Wait, killing my momentum. I was enjoying my neutral gear. We are moving. Can't overtake. There's a solid line in the middle. Okay, actually, now that I'm here, I could explain the difference in these lines. Now, you see that solid line you can't overtake, means you can't see. And then once you see those the dotted line, those dashes, means you can overtake now. Yeah, so that basically tells you now you can overtake, because you can see what is coming from in front. Yeah. All right. We have humps. We've made it to Nkokonjeru town along this road. Small town, as you can see. Nothing really much, it's just a small turn along the road. Kokonjeru. When you translate that, it means what? White chicken. Maybe there are so many white chickens there, they had to call the town White Chicken. See this guy? Yeah. Like, how is this guy even allowed on the road? Look at that. He's literally creating his own cloud. Man, these sugarcane guys. And the border guy behind him is not helping either. He's also smoking like crazy. And the problem now, this here is a very steep climb, and I don't see what is coming from front, so I cannot overtake. You just have to sit here and bask in the diesel cloud. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Ay. The environment, man. Jeez. Environment. Single-handedly created nimbus clouds. Actually, I was about to overtake, but look at this, look at this. Look at the motorcycle also. Yeah. The motorbikes is as bad as the truck. Just see that. They're like competing who can puff more. Let's get out of this. We are burning time. Lego. People on this route love cruising. Bye-bye. Ever taking at the wrong spots. We've made it to Jinja. That's our current state of fuel. Yeah, boy. Jinja here. We are Jinja. Wait. Massive pothole here. Massive thing. And a massive pothole. So, but let's flip this over. I don't know if I'm in focus, but up I am. So we've made it to Jinja. We are going to cross the bridge at Jinja. At the roundabout, so I got to focus a little bit. I'm going to pull over and we get to chat a little bit. So we're crossing the bridge at Jinja now. So we've made it to Jinja, our first major milestone. I'm happy. Our fuel is not so bad so far. Oh, there's some offenders here. Hold on 1 second. Got to look very serious. They don't dare stop me. I have no time for you. Bye-bye. Okay, so we've made it to Jinja. That is the bridge. Crossing the Jinja bridge. Yay! And that's our fuel. So it went slightly above the line, and yeah, Jinja bridge over there, as you can see. Yeah, so it has paid off. That back route has actually paid off big time. Big time. Because if we've burnt just slightly above that line, because it has not taken that much fuel, that means the aerodynamics, the going into neutral and all of that has actually helped. So I don't know how far we shall make it with our fuel challenge. We're still at quarter tank. So earlier, what I did capture for you on video is when I put the fuel, it went, see the quarter mark just slightly above it, and between where we put from in Mukono and Jinja, we've just gone up to the mark, slightly below the mark, depending on how the road is inclined. So we have crossed the Nile bridge. We've basically crossed the source of the Nile. Yep, so we are now in Jinja. The next big milestone is another 1 hour drive to the next town, which is Iganga. Yeah, hopefully our fuel does make it. I'm beginning to gain a little bit of, I don't know if it is hope, voice false hope. I don't know, but yeah, I'm happy we've made it to Jinja without any incidents. God is great, God is good. Jinja it is. I'm pretty hungry, unfortunately. Come on, move. Having crossed the bridge, we are now making it. Time check, it is officially a bit too dark there. Let's see, can we get the time? Can we get the time? Can we get the time, please? There we go. It is a minute past 6 p.m. Today the sunlight is out. Quite a lot of sunlight. We've crossed Jinja now. Yes, it's taken us about what, 30-40 minutes ever since we set off from Mukono. Yeah, so that was actually good because we dodged a lot of jam. Now here Our biggest issue we're going to be facing is trucks. So many trucks on this route. Sugarcane, sugarcane. Well, we've just passed the town of Kakira. I don't know if it's a town or just a place called Kakira, where most of Uganda sugar comes from, really. So we're just surrounded by sugarcane plantations. Left and right is just sugarcane. As far as the eye can see, we're still doing well on fuel. Yay! And the journey is still going, keeping it below 80. And of course below 2000 revs, 2000 revs and below. Yeah, so the sun is pretty bright. Yeah, sun is really bright. It's now hitting me from the back. You know, we are going to the east over that side, so definitely the sun will be setting to the west behind me. We're making good time so far. We're moving well. Still a little worried about the fuel. I don't know if I'll make it, but well, so far so good. We're still going, having fun, just in the sunlight. Oh, vintage, vintage, vintage! I got to stop. I just got to stop. I have to stop. Oh my, oh my, oh my! Wow! I have to stop. I just got to stop. I gotta stop. Jeez. Hey! Ha! Baba. Enasema jitunda. Wow, look at that. There's a hole in the floor. Damn. Now that is a beauty right there. The police, okay, engine is useless. Put another engine in it. Can actually be a very nice project. That. So, I love vintage cars. I just couldn't resist to stop a bit and have a look at a vintage car that's along the road. Looks quite beat, but nice 4x4. One of those Mahindra type of jeeps. And now my seatbelt won't move. Okay, let's get back to our road. 6:39. Burn some couple of minutes here. Let's get back on the road and move. Catch up with time. All right, sit rep. We are in Iganga. Yep, that's what we are dealing with now. We are in Iganga. Getting into Iganga town, as you can see, the thing is right there. Stanbic Bank welcomes you to Iganga. So we're in Iganga as of right now, and our gauge. Yeah, man. Our gauge is still doing fine. So my biggest problem I'm facing now is I'm running out of sunlight. I didn't really want this to push too much into the night because we still have roughly, because after Iganga we have to turn off. We have about another 100 and something kilometers to go. And the good thing is those ones are at high speed, so they're in low gears, gear 5 and above. So you'll be driving around 80. Right now, Iganga town, there's lots of jam getting into the town. I think it's because back to school season. Actually, it's been the same across almost all the towns I've gotten through, apart from those on the other back road, definitely. But on the main road, yeah, every town has got lots of jam. I think people are returning kids to school. The sun is setting, as you can see, it's just cascading over there, clearing off my lens. But other than that, we've moved well. We've moved pretty well within time. I believe we'll make it not so late in the night, and I'm happy, very, very happy with what the gauge looks like. So at least it's giving me hope that I'll actually make it to my destination with the fuel still in the tank. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So we're in Iganga. So Iganga town is where we're at. Right there, still lots of pilgrims walking to Namugongo. Man, you guys have so many kilometers to go, man. We're now exiting Iganga town, just next to the main hospital. Time check, we are a minute to 7 o'clock. Over there, it's about to click over to 7 o'clock, and our gauge situation is still at quarter. Man, damn, okay. Half the gauge is not lying to me, and then it just drops once. Man, that would be sad. That would just be sad. Anyway, so we're exiting Iganga. It's beginning to get dark. It's now 7 p.m. Yeah. All right, so we are now officially beginning Tirinyi. This stretch is exactly 99 kilometers to Mbale. So 99 kilometers is 6 minutes past 7. Let's try to make up some time, since it's one of those free stretches. Quite a lot of humps at the beginning of the road here. And hopefully I can also find where to pee, because yeah, I think we're beginning to leave towns behind. Get a nice isolated place, but no, there should be a petrol station or something where I can go and ease myself and also find what to eat before it gets too dark. Well, so 99 kilometers to go. Our gauge is still going strong. Yebo, Lego. Problem is, the places that are a bit like deserted, where you can see you can go and pee in the bush. These pilgrim people are out all over the place. Need to pay. Ah, yes! There's this place, this place. Just follow me from behind. Ah, pilgrims. Found the place. Indicator. Yes, some arms. Welcome to Nature Calls Center Popona. Okay. Nature calls, indeed, nature is calling. Nature is calling, my friend, and I found a call center for it. Okay. Time to be. Gotta go. Sandwash stations. Yeah, boy. And where the nature calls get picked from. Okay, let's put in some lights here. I don't know if you can get me. We've run out of daylight. It is now 7:32. We're still on the road, about 88 kilometers to go to Mbale. And I must say I've run some time on that stop. We had to get something to eat, and then also I have a bathroom break. So that has actually chewed up most of our time. So now we have 88 kilometers to cover. It's now 7:30 p.m. and hopefully we'll get to Mbale before it gets too dark. Our gauge is still looking fine. We're still at the quarter mark, so hopefully by the time we get to Mbale it will still be not empty. So let's get rolling. It's now dark, so the updates are going to become fewer because I really need to catch up on time. Let's go. We still have about 78 kilometers to get to Mbale, and my biggest worry now is the gauge is dropping faster than usual. So that means wherever it was earlier, maybe that point of the tank, like on the gauge system, was okay, and wherever it is now, it is not, like, it's now returning to normal. Because man, that needle is dropping so fast, it has me very worried. I don't know, 78 kilometers, and it's night, and to make matters worse, I see lots of lightning. That means it's threatening to rain. So I am honestly worried, very worried. But let's push on, let's push on. I have to take care of the pilgrims. They're working on the roadside over there, so I have to be very careful with those. Lots of lightning up in the sky. Oh boy. So it is time check. Can't see any time, Jesus. Yeah, it is 7 what? 7 that one. It is 7:45 now. Place is properly black, but we're still moving. That gauge is worrying. Okay, the rain is here. Very horrible visibility. My God, I feel sorry for the pilgrims that are walking. This rain is too heavy, and yet they're still walking. So much rain pouring, but the pilgrims are still walking. Wow. Yeah, the rain has come down finally, and it's raining hard. You have to drive at 40 kilometers per hour just in order to see where you're going. Now my biggest worry is this needle has dropped so fast. We are almost empty. So the question is, do we push on this challenge, or do we hang the towel and give up? But we've come so far to give up. My worry is, if we run out of fuel, it's going to be in the middle of a road, in the middle of nowhere. It's literally just bush surrounding me, and it's raining, so it's not like we can get a motorbike to help. So I'm worried, I'm genuinely worried. It's coming to 8 o'clock, and this rain is not helping at all. Driving at 40 kilometers per hour, that's how bad it is. Oh boy. Oh boy. And maybe the pilgrims are walking, like in this rain you still see them walking. Man, the downpour is so heavy. Wow. And we're not even at the halfway point of this tirinyi stretch. We still have about, I think, 70 something kilometers to Mbale. But if I'm driving at 40 kilometers per hour, man, it's gonna be wow. That's how bad the needle is. Almost out of fuel. Almost out of fuel. How do we do? We still have about 75 kilometers to go, and we're already in reserve. That's definitely reserve now. It's raining. Wow. So updates. The rain is too much. It's too much. We've had to seek some shelter at the Shell petrol station. My indicator's kind of. So seeking shelter at the Shell petrol station because it's kind of risky driving in this kind of situation. So we've opted to park, give it a little bit of 10 minutes, and then we can continue. So as you can see, we are at Shell. This is Shell Tirinyi. There we are chilling as we wait for the rain to so we're chilling as we wait for the rain to subside a little, and then we can continue on our journey. Now Sit-rep giving you a look at what our gauges look like. As you can see, our fuel gauge is doing very badly, very badly. Anytime now we are hitting 0, and yet we still have about, let's say, 50 kilometers to Mbale, and then after the 50 kilometers to Mbale, we have about another 20-25 kilometers to get to our destination, which will basically be home. We are bad on time. The rain has made it even worse, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. I think the rain has reduced a little. It's no longer throwing hailstones. Man, it's been throwing hailstones nowhere. You can't see anything. Even with lights at full, I wasn't really seeing anything. So I was like, man, better safe than sorry. I have to stop and wait for the rain to reduce a bit. So that is the update. So now that it has reduced and there are no more hailstones, I think we can hit the road. Let's go.